Today, wait, fuck. Today is August 3rd, 2025. It is a Sunday, and it is 9:06 p.m. Somebody left a list here for me of things to talk about. I guess I'll read it. This morning, I woke up at 6:45 a.m. And then I spent some time waking up, drinking water, hydrating, because at 8, I went to meet Eric, and we got on the trail. And Eric says we biked 12 miles total from where we met, where we went to, and then the way back. So that's 12 miles biking. Great. Really didn't break a sweat. The weather was just beautiful. The only thing is that it's the trail's crowded with a lot of joggers and people with coaches or strollers, whatever it is. So it wasn't like a pure bike ride, and I think that's why I didn't get sweaty, because I didn't really get to go. But there were moments where we did, and it was nice. Eric's a great person to do that to, because he's trying to be healthier too, and I like that energy, you know. And I'm very proud of him for exercising, but more importantly, biking in the city and to stop and look at nature. It was nice. We had some good conversations. And then after that, I biked home. So wait, the distance that I traveled today. Okay, so to meet Eric, I biked 2.8 miles. Okay, and then back. After that, I came home. I went to Acme, got some lunch, and watched Always Sunny. So I spent about 2 hours on the computer watching that show. 2 hours out of my whole day, which is amazing for me when I'm not like on vacation somewhere. I'm just home. I just had things to do. So then Andrew called and said he wanted to take a walk because he's been sick and he's feeling better now. So we took a walk. From me to Andrew is a 1.6 mile walk. So now we're at 24.8 miles. And while I was walking with Andrew, we went to CVS. I got Snapple, and I got the kiwi strawberry. It tasted nothing like it used to. And then I got a $4 coupon from CVS for something free. And I got another fruit punch Snapple. Disgusting. Really just not good. It just tasted like half water, half like apple, fake apple. It was not good. But it was free, so. Okay, and then from Andrews, I walked all the way to Harry's to get there for 4 o'clock because we wanted to finish our board game. So the walk from Andrews to Harry's was 2.4 miles. So let's add that to the list. So now we're at 27.2 miles. And now the final distance walked is from Harry's to home. My total distance locomoted today was 22.8 miles, which might be a personal record for me. I'm not sure. It's probably not. I think I walked more before. I just did the math wrong when recording this. And on the way home, so at Harry's we did play Eldritch Horror, and we lost, and then we just started over and lost again. It's not the best game. I don't think I'm really that interested. But then on the way home, I passed by the guy with the two figures outside made of junk, and he was sitting out there, and the door was open, and he had an art gallery. So let me take this. So I went into the art gallery. It was free. It was nice to just look at his art for a little bit. Very nice artwork. A lot of it was like jazz portraits, because he would go to jazz shows and he would paint like while the show was happening. It was cool. I feel like he really did capture the vibe. We talked about music for a bit. I got his Instagram, which I'm not really gonna be able to do anything with, but and he recommended this band that he was playing on the speakers. Very cool. Yeah. Great overall day. Incredible day for me, because I only spent 2 hours on the computer. And that was not on the internet, which is the best part, because really those 2 hours could have been on DVD or on TV or VHS. Like, I'm not on the internet, So I'm sparing my attention span, which feels good. 10 out of 10 day, honestly. Feels good to just be moving. I was moving all day. I love that. I want to do that more, but I'm stuck working at home. But I'll figure that out. I'm excited for the Sweden trip. I'm going to try to keep walking more and just get used to it. Anyway, I think that's all that's written on this list. So they didn't give me anything else to talk about. That's it. I am going to read The Wager, continue reading, and go to sleep. So good night. It's another day. Today is August 4th, 2025. It's a Monday, and it is 10:23 p.m. I don't know if I mentioned this yet, but this summer there have been cicadas here, and while I don't like looking at them, the sound of them is very nostalgic for me because they were everywhere in Korea. And for the first time, I've heard them chirp once or twice, I think, over the years, but recently I've just been hearing them do like that constant stream, and that's the Korea sound, and it's nice. It makes Philadelphia feel a little better because it makes it more like Korea, but it's a fulfilling sound for me, and I like that. That's the first thing on my list here, that they keep writing it for me. Next was, after work today, I went to Andrews, biked to Andrews, and we watched Sorcerer from 1977. And I think it's taken me 10 years to watch this movie, because I first heard of Tangerine Dream in 2014, maybe, because there was a book in high school, still have it at my parents' house, a book in the library that I think there were multiple copies of, and I kept one copy my senior year. It was all about electronic music, and Tangerine Dream was in it, and that's the first I ever heard of them. And then I listened to their music on YouTube, and I soon bought their records, and they're great. I love them. And I remember in high school listening to the soundtrack for Sorcerer. I didn't know it was a movie at the time, I don't think, but I figured it out in college at some point that it was indeed a movie, and Tangerine Dream did the soundtrack, and so I added it to my movie list. And that was in 2015. It's 2025 now, and it's taken me 10 years to watch this, and I will say it was incredibly worth it. This it was a movie. Stuff blew up. There was so much tension. Like, it delivered completely on Thriller. It was great. I was in it. It was beautiful to look at, but it made, like, every moment, like, the pacing was perfect. Every camera movement, I don't know how to describe it. It just succeeded exactly at what it set out to do. And it was great to watch with Andrew. We gasped, like, it was fantastic. I would give it a 4 out of 5. It was really good. And if I was grading it on just what it set out to do, then it would be a 5 out of 5. But my 5 stars are usually reserved for emotional movies that resound with me in some way, that leave me thinking about them after. This isn't going to do that. This was just really great in the moment, and that's what it was meant to be, and it was fantastic. Really crystal clear movie, too. Everything looked so real. Everything felt so grounded. It's very good. And then I biked home, and I just got home, and I'm sweaty, and I'm tired, and it's almost 10:30, and I want to read The Wager. Also, that tape recorder I have, I was up like 4 times last night with dreams. And I think the tape recorder is what kept my brain like alert, and it made me keep waking up. But I recorded each dream, I think. But I hope my brain settles down, because I'm going to be in the process of retraining myself, because I used to be so good with it when I had a smartphone. Just get up, go right to the Notes app, just like one eye open, sort of half type, and like get it all in. But now I have to talk it, and I think maybe that's just working different parts of my brain. I don't know. It does make me feel more awake talking. I'll be okay, though. This is going to be a long weekly video, but that's fine. I think I'm doing better updating ever since they started giving me the scripts. Yeah, that's it. Today is August 5th, 2025. It's 11:13 p.m. It's a Tuesday. And I worked today. And then I went to Harry's and Sydney's to play Call of Cthulhu. And I created this little one-shot. And we played through it, and it was great. And we didn't finish, so it's become a 2-shot, which I think works in my favor, because now I have more time to really enhance the ending, the second half. And I'm excited. They just found a portal to another realm, and now I get to flesh out the realm more than I did. And that's good. And I think they liked it. It seemed like they were having fun. It was their first time, both of them, role-playing together, because usually Harry would DM and Sydney would play. And Sydney never played with me. It was just Harry. So they finally got to play together, and I like the way their characters play off each other, because they're opposites in a lot of ways, and it seems like they're having fun. But I think that's it. That's all I did today. I'm getting close to the end of the wager, and I'm excited to read more before I go to sleep tonight. It's like, it feels good to be excited each night. Like, usually I'm excited for the next day, because the good things happen during the day. And now I'm also excited for the night, which is nice. Like, it's just perpetual things to look forward to. And I learned that early on with Ned's Declassified, which is one of the rules was like, always plan something for the end of your day so you have something to look forward to during school. And that is so true, and I've found a lot of enjoyment in that. And yeah, nothing left to say, so I'm going to stop talking. That's it. Today is August 6th, 2025. It's a Wednesday, and it's 9:25 p.m. The most eventful thing today was probably the mouse. There is a mouse somewhere in my kitchen. It sounds like it's either inside the oven, or inside the cabinets, or under the sink. If I open the cabinet, I don't want it to run out. But it must have had another way to get in there. There's a little mouse stuck on the glue trap. I'm Googling how to get him off. He's in there. Best method is to use oil to dissolve the glue. Apply cooking oil, baby oil, or even peanut butter on the mouse's paws. I don't have gloves, but I do have some oil. I don't have a box. I'm just going to have to take the whole thing outside. I did a good thing. I carried the mouse outside with vegetable oil. All I had was a paper towel, but I took it outside, put it on the sidewalk, and just started pouring oil onto the glue and it worked like the internet said. I just kind of rolled the paper towel up so I could get some distance and tried to rub it on his little feet. And we got one leg free at a time and then got his tail free, and it ran away. I'm glad I got to set it free. It was really cute. Yeah. I'm glad I was able to set it free. I completely forgot there was a glue trap in there. It was in there before I moved in, and there were roaches on it. So I guess I just assumed it was for bugs, and I didn't make the connection that it was a glue trap for mice. So I left it in there because I figured it would catch whatever other bugs were around. So when I took it out, it was just covered in roaches, old roaches, like mummified roaches, and that cute little mouse. I don't think I have mice, but I told the neighbors, not going to bother the landlord because it's just one mouse, and I think it was passing through. So, other than that, today I started watching Gravity Falls, which is a cartoon that was beyond, like, it came out past the time where I was watching cartoons, but for the last 10 years, I guess, I've been seeing it come up on the internet occasionally where people are talking about it having a really good story and like a really good mystery. And it's not amazing, but I'm putting up with it because they're short episodes, and I'm really curious what the hubbub is about. So that, and also last night I finished The Wager. Very, very interesting story. True story. Exciting what happened, terrifying, but incredibly entertaining story. I think the story itself is great, but I don't know if the writing was as good as it could be. I might have instead preferred just reading the journal of Bulkley, because he wrote, he kept a good journal, and he published it. I might have enjoyed reading that more, though I did look at it, and like the words are spelled slightly different, 1700s English. But I think the author did a good job telling the story. It just, I don't know, sometimes it glossed over things, but I get it. Like, he didn't have all the information. But similar to the Antarctic story by, I forget what his name was, Frederick Cook, I think. Something Cook, the American guy, whose like book is just all of his journal entries, longer than this. But that was really great because it felt so much more like you were there because it was his journals. There is some separation because the guy's narrating, but it was really good. Like, I'm glad I know the story now. I was very entertained, and it definitely pulled me in. I wanted to keep reading it. I looked forward to reading it every night. Today is August 7th, 2025. It's a Thursday. It's 9:55 p.m. I did not do much today, but what I did do was, during my lunch break, took a walk with Andrew to the park, and he got food from Stargazy, I think it's called, on Pashunk. It's like British food, and he got sausage rolls. I don't know what they were called. I forget what they were called. But they were sausage wrapped in like buttery dough, and they were really good. And it was nice to get a break from work and go outside and talk to him for a little bit. And other than that, I've just been watching Gravity Falls. And I'm on season 2, and it's actually a great show. I am really enjoying it. The second season, it's mostly mystery and plot, and there's some really good plots going on. And I've laughed out loud a few times. and I'm surprised. It's a very different show from the first season. It's good. I like it. And then I washed my bed sheets, and they're in the dryer, and they're done, and that's... It's always... I don't know why it's tedious to me to put my clothes away or to put the bed sheets on. It's always been. But, like, it's for the better, right? Like, it benefits me. I just don't know why I'm always so lazy with it. But I don't feel like putting the bed sheets on. But I have to sleep, so I will. I'm going to do that now. My bike is in here because they were painting the hallway. I don't know if they're still going to do it tomorrow, so I'm going to leave it in here and then take it out when I bike tomorrow because we're playing Magic. I'm excited for that. Yeah, and that's it. Good night. Today is August 9th. It's a Saturday. It's 1:43 a.m., but I haven't slept, so it's technically August 8th. And today, I finished watching Gravity Falls, which was a really enjoyable show. I'm glad I'm finished watching it because I was getting kind of tired of binge watching a show, but I did really enjoy it. Had a lot of heart, had a lot of interesting stories about family and friendships, and it was nice. I think it'll stick with me because the characters were just really great characters, you know. And it was cool how they made an overarching story that was really there all along behind the scenes. You just didn't know to look for it until it became relevant. It was nice. And then after work, I went straight to Andrew's, and we played Magic, and Harry and Sydney joined, and we did a tournament, and so I beat Sydney first, twice, and then, sorry, I'm so tired, it's really hard to think, and then I played Andrew. So the games with Sydney, it was long, but it was fun. It was good. It was really good. And then played with Andrew, and we, I beat him the first time, then he beat me the second time, and then I beat him the last time, and that was fantastic. Really full-length games each time, really slow, getting close. It was really good. And then Sam was the final victor, and I beat him the first time. He beat me the second time, and then I beat him the third time, and I won the tournament in Magic, which was great. Beating Andrew and Sam felt really good because they're like the best. Maybe Alex too, but they're really good. And Ryan, they're all good. It felt good to win, you know. And now I'm gonna show you some of my winning cards. It's ASMR time. Okay, take a look. So, one of my favorites is the Fire Crystal, because it has haste, and the copy thing is just incredible. And got this artifact for landfall, which it just keeps adding birds. That's how the whole deck turned out, was making birds, you know, and that was really enjoyable. What else? This one came in handy a lot, mostly because of its flashback, which is fantastic. Just gives me more birds and a land, and I get to play that land, which activates landfall. This I never got to attack with, never got to utilize it. It became a weapon against me when Sam took it, but very cool. The biggest thing, I think, is the Fat Chocobo, because he gets me birds, and then he gives everything trample, and those 2/2 birds, if they become 3/2 birds, they can do excess damage, and it's nice. Another huge one is the Choco Comet, because I can just zap enemy creatures, and I get a bird, and it just feels great. The birds feel good. This one came in handy too, mostly because it does 6, and I feel like it's just a better fireball. This one, I didn't like at first, but it grew on me, because if I got to keep it around, if someone didn't destroy it right away, it scaled up pretty fast. And I have a couple of those. And then there's some cards I didn't really get to play, but I have a lot of the Fat Chocobos. And she wasn't great, but having the option to discard was helpful, because I occasionally got a card that I wanted. And then this one, which did a lot of damage. And this I beat Sydney with this and the Fire Crystal, wherever that is. I don't know where it is now. But this and the Fire Crystal, because it heals me for 3. And if I copy it with the Fire Crystal, I just kept copying it, and I get to keep healing. It was nice. So I really enjoyed playing. I'm happy with this deck. It felt good. I'm super tired. It was really hard to think towards the end. But it was a very good time. Also, Sam and Julia broke up, which was, it feels very sad, but also, you know, if that's for the best, that's for the best. But I want to support Julia, you know, because I don't know, I don't want to talk about her business, but this is my personal journal. I don't know how many friends she has in Philly, and if she's going to be stuck in Philly, I don't know. I don't know if she's even going to stay in Philly. I don't know what she's going to do. I'm going to have to talk to her about it. I reached out. She said she doesn't want to talk about it, which is totally understandable. Yeah, but supportive to Sam too. I think it was good that we were all there and we just played. It was fun. Yeah. Great day. Great content. Gravity Falls. Great games. And I'm excited to go to sleep. So that's it. Good night. I tried to do a match cut, so it looked like I was in the same place. I tried to angle the camera. Anyway, today I played some video games and ordered some food from Falafel Time, and then I went to Andrew's, and me, Andrew, Laura, and Sam watched Tammy and the T-Rex, which we thought was going to be really bad, but actually it was like a good, absurd comedy. I really enjoyed it. We laughed a whole lot. It was a really good experience. And then we just watched YouTube videos and relaxed, and it was nice. And I feel bad for Sam. He says that Julia is not coming back to Philly, so sort of lose her as a friend too, unless we keep in touch as pen pals, but I'm not sure how that would work. But it is a little sad. Very sad. But other than that, it was a nice bike ride home. Yesterday also, I was able to do the entire I had French fries earlier. French fries make me mucusy. I was able to do the entire bike ride without having to hold the handlebars. Like, I left Andrew's house, got right on the street, and the entirety of my way home, up until the sidewalk of my street, I did not touch the handlebars because I got every green light. There were no cars. It was just completely dead. And it was lovely. It was so satisfying. Just feeling the breeze on me, like not having to tense my upper body, just being able to lean back. It was good. I didn't get to do that today. Today there were lots of cars. I guess people do things on Saturdays more than Fridays. I don't know. But yeah, I think that's everything. So, good night. Today is August 10th. It's 9:09 p.m. I played some games today and took a nap, caught up on some sleep, and then I went to my parents' house for dinner and we watched The Phoenician Scheme. I think that's how it's pronounced. It was pretty good. Not my favorite Wes Anderson movie, but it was really enjoyable to look at, and I did like it. I think it's going to resonate with me more as it sits with me, you know. But it was good, and I also got all of my gear for the Kungsleden, and I think I'm ready to start preparing more, thinking about it more, since it's 2 weeks away. So, I need to buy a pillow, an inflatable pillow, because the one I had leaked. And I'm going to buy a raincoat. Going to try to get the same raincoat that my dad has, because it was really good. So, I'm going to do that. And I want to read books. I want to read another book. But the books I ordered from Better World Books are not here yet. And I don't know if I'm ready to start another Lawrence Block book. Because that's kind of a commitment. And I sort of am in the mood for something else right now. So, we'll see. Gideon the Ninth was recommended to me by Laura and Sam. So I'm going to have to read that at some point. But hopefully I can just borrow their copy. I want to do a book swap. I have a lot of books and I want to read more books, but not have to buy them. Like, swap them. Give them to my friends. Friends give me theirs, you know. I think that'd be fun, but not a lot of my friends read. Anyway, that's it for today. I'm going to finish editing this video and then I'm done. Yeah.